Please come.
Excuse me, sir.
Please come. Good evening, Darren.
Good evening, sir.
Please be seated.
Yes, sir.
So, Darren Sardonyx.
Sardonyx, sir.
Sardonyx.
Yes, sir.
You spell it with that NYX. Is that
NYX, yes.
okay? What do you mean by that Sardonyx?
Sir, it means a gemstone, sir.
Gemstone.
Yes.
Which gem is all about?
Sardonyx itself is gemstone, sir, like emerald, ruby, and topaz. So, sardonyx is a type of gemstone.
Type of gem. What does Darren means?
Darren means great, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
A great gem.
Yes, sir.
So, where do you find yourself as a great gem?
Sir, I find myself great gem as in my company to contributing to my team, and also I'm a great gem to my family while contributing to my family responsibilities. I'm also a great gem towards my friends, and also I'm great gem towards myself. Sir.
So, how do you find yourself being a great gem to yourself?
Sir, I find myself great gem to myself by completing my day-to-day tasks, and also whatever I'm planning, I'm able to accomplish it and steadily increase my performance in all aspects, sir.
Okay, so since your parents are staying in near Guduvancheri,
Yes, sir.
and presently you are at Bangalore. Okay?
Yes, sir. I'm in Bangalore.
So where do you stay in Bangalore?
Sir, I stay in a place called Bellandur in Bangalore, sir.
Okay, since when you have been there, and what kind of work that you do while you stay at Bangalore?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm in Bangalore since April 2024, and I work as an analyst in resource management and consulting in KPMG Global India, sir.
Okay, since when you have been there in that KPMG?
Sir, I am associated with KPMG from April 2024, sir. April of this year.
Okay, so that was after you finished your graduation in 2022. Is that correct?
No, sir. After 2022, I joined another company, Next Wave, and I worked closely to 2 years in Hyderabad. Then I did a switch. I came to Bangalore, sir.
So why was the need for you to switch from Hyderabad to Bangalore?
Sir, I have completed, first of all, since I'm completed 2 years in my company, I was looking forward for more opportunities and growth. And since my company was a budding startup, and I have seen my old company grow, but I want bigger and better opportunities to learn. So that is the reason I switched to Bangalore, sir.
Okay, so what arrangements have you made to be there while you work and you also stay? Are you staying alone or with some of your colleagues or anybody?
Sir, I stay, right now I stay with another roommate. So it is a shared room. I stay in a PG in Bangalore, sir. So it is near my company itself.
Okay, what about your food and other requirements?
Sir, food and everything is met from the PG side itself, sir. It's a 3-time food they give, and it's undertaken by the PG, sir.
Quite happy with that. Okay. Also, you are parallelly planning to make your attempt to go through the SSBs.
Yes, sir.
So you had a very long stint, close
Yes,
to about, on a yearly basis, minimum 3 or even 4.
Yes, sir.
And you have a way of representing the date.
Yes, sir.
So which way that you follow that pattern? Indianized or American?
Sir, I follow the Americanized version. It's month, day, and year. So
why is it so?
Sir, in our company, we are accustomed to use that. So it's just about our habits, sir.
Current company or the previous company?
Current and previous both, sir.
But then I saw that the dates which you write for the 24 was the same way as Indianized, and then the year 23 was Americanized. Why is it so?
Sir, I would have missed it, sir, but I will check and get back to you on it, sir. I'll change it from my end.
Okay, but that's good for you to maintain such an American way of representing when you are there in the company notings.
Got it, sir.
But when you have to write for me, I'll
keep it Indian.
I have to really check back on your schedule of writing.
Got it, sir.
With a kind of month exceeding more than 12, so I thought, okay.
I got it, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Also, that there was a miss of your sequencing of the activities. Did you pay attention to it?
Sir, if you could help me out, I'll make my correction, sir.
Like in the year 2022 and also 23, okay, where 6 and 7 had the precedence on dates not matching to the schedule.
Okay, sir. I will check and change it from mine, sir.
So this was written in Ali?
Sir, no, sir. It was written in a steady manner only, but the space was less, so I found it a little difficult to write it, sir.
Okay. I understand that you were there as a senior cadet in the NCC.
Yes, sir.
So then you're not trying any direct NCC special entry?
I am parallelly trying it, sir. Yes, sir.
You are also trying
Yes, sir.
that. Okay, fine. So what about your parents? What is your dad and mother in the present day engaged?
Sir, my father is working as a financial coordinator in World Vision India in Chennai, and my mother is working as a head nurse in SRM Hospital in Chennai itself, sir.
So where is your dad's office?
Sir, my dad's head office is in Purushavakkam in Chennai.
Okay, so he transits from Kuduvanjeri to Purushavakkam on a daily basis?
No, sir. The head office is in Purushavakkam, but his working location can be done from home sometimes, or he goes to his on-site location near. I'm not able to get the exact name. It is near ECR, sir.
You don't know where is it?
Perumbakkam, sir, to be correct.
Perumbakam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How far is Perumbakam from Kuduvanjeri?
Sir, it's close to 25 kilometers, sir.
That's not very close.
Yes, sir.
So since when you have been there in Kuduvanjeri?
Sir, I'm in Guduvanjeri from year 2010 and above, sir.
Did you face this cyclone time when the floods were on in
Yes,
the
sir.
area where you stay?
Yes, sir. It was. there.
How bad was it?
Sir, the cyclone or floods, everything was pretty bad only, sir, because the area which I live is a little lowland area, and if the water flow increases or if there is a lot of lakes nearby, if they overflow, yes, there is water logging around my houses, sir.
So how did you manage at that point of time?
Sir, at that point of time, like by seeing the news, we came to an idea that things are going to be. We won't be having electricity nor access to rations. So we did a little bit of stocking of rations, and also the government agencies and local panchayat team, they helped us. They came in boats, they delivered food, and they were continuously asking if you're facing any health or medical challenges, let us know. They gave us a common command number where we can call them and address if anything is required, sir.
Was the gem in you delighted at that point of time, or did you were seeing that the gem in you was shown to others?
Sir, at that point of time, no, sir, because I was still in school time, so even I've not seen that big of a flood in my life before. So even I was kind of struck by the flow of nature, sir.
So the gem was missing at that point of time. When did you realize the gem?
Sir, I actually realized the gem in me after volunteering for SSB. In my NCC in my college, I realized my gem, sir.
Okay, good. Darren, in the next 45 minutes or so, we'll talk
Yes, sir.
more about you covering your present job, your parents, family, hobbies, interests, and your job aspiration, things like that. After I'd gone through your personal information question and also interacted with you, I got a bit of knowledge about you. But I'd like to know more so that you can speak freely about yourself and we have a fair interaction.
Yes, sir.
Coming to the job that you are working for almost close to about 2 years plus, how was the level of job satisfaction that you arrived? Any likes and dislikes? When you change and shift your job for your career advancements or the way that you would like to grow yourself, what are the primary areas that you look for a career progression in you? And if so, parallel you are looking for the various other jobs that are coming in your way where you are eligible. So what are the ways that you shortlist the kind of jobs for you to appear and also to prepare yourself with the kind of a workload that you already got? And being a gem in yourself, how is the gem is directing you to choose what is correct for you to establish yourself?
Yes, sir. Sir, to start with, yes, I'm parallelly trying for SSBs apart from my job also. And the reason why I am looking for career in defense is, first of all, it helps me to be continue to be self-disciplined, and I can be in the highest physical standards, and I can work with latest technology and like-minded people, and by doing all of this, I can also serve my nation. So that is the reason which I am looking forward for in defense, and what I expect that if I'm going to make it to defense, that is the things which, as said by you, the gem in me will be working. And apart from that, yes, I'm currently employed as an analyst in KPMG, and I'm also working resource management itself. As of now, I'm not planning to switch my company because I've just made my switch from my previous company. And the sole reason being, working in a bigger company gives me better opportunities to grow. And there's a more strict and organized way of structures how it operates in a bigger company. And being in a bigger company, it helps me also to work with onshore clients, like clients from US, Canada, UK, and Australia. So that is the reason why I switched, and I'll be continuing to working in this company unless I'll be making through defense, sir. And I'll be hopefully making it soon is what I'm thinking, sir.
Okay, at the moment you have been paid with a kind of 50K.
Yes, sir.
So what is your general kind of requirement on a monthly basis, and what do you do with the rest of the money?
Yes, sir. On a monthly basis, I will be having at least 15 to 20K to stay in Bangalore apart from my rent. and rest I give it to my family to support my family, and rest I put in for my personal savings, sir.
So that's just not clear to me.
Yes, sir. I can help you out with that. So if it's going to be 50K, so I give around 15K to my family, and the rest 20K goes to my savings, and the rest 15K I keep it for myself, apart from the rent and everything, sir.
So in your bank account or in
Sir.
your savings, what is the rest is building up to?
Sir, I couldn't get your question, sir.
What is the rest that you save for yourself?
Yes, sir.
It's amounting to how much?
Yes, sir. It will be close to 80 to 1 lakh, sir.
80 to 1 lakh.
Yes, sir.
It's a very
Yes, it's a huge amount.
20,000. Yeah,
Yes,
it's not a huge amount. Variation. You don't even check your bank balance times.
Sir, I
Or
use.
which you use bank balance or use any other way that you want to save yourself.
Sir, I use two accounts basically, sir. So one is the current and one for saving. So saving account, I just don't open it because I don't want to see or it will kind of tempt me to spend money. So I don't see it. I just check it in the end of the month, or if I'm making any big transaction, that time only I check. Apart from that, I use my current account itself.
Okay, so in a way that if I see you when you plan your activities,
Yes,
the
sir.
next 5 years from now on, where do you see yourself to be?
Sir, next 5 years from now on, I see myself as a captain in Indian Army, in Army Aviation Corps, sir.
Okay, good. So that's the only area that you look for. Any
Yes,
other
sir.
areas?
No, sir. Defense will be my first priority, sir.
Okay, fine. So talk about your family and the way that you say that your dad is working in World Vision and mother is being a head nurse.
Head
I
nurse.
understand. So you have a younger brother also.
Yes, sir.
So how long you have been away, and when you are there together as a family, what all activities you do together? Talk about your temperament of your parents. What do you see your dad being in the World Vision? What all the activities per se the World Vision is actively engaged? Why it is called a vision by name? The world being viewed through a vision.
Yes, sir.
What is that vision motive on the World Vision? If you have interacted with your dad and if you are aware of it. Also talk about your mother being a staff nurse, and that also calls for times of odd times to report for duty. Being a student, when you are there in the family, when your mother as well as your father goes for work and takes time to return, and what all things you do when you are there as the eldest in the family, taking the family responsibilities, and also take care of your younger brother to support with. What are the primary jobs that you do when you are there in your house by taking special care to see that you lead up to the requirements of the family? Talk
Yes,
about
sir.
your financial statement and the management of the family. You are also contributing towards it, and what exactly they are planning to do for you as well as to your brother as per whatever their financial management is all about.
Yes, sir. Sir, to start with, yes, it's been close to 2 years that I'm separated from my family. Yes, I do visit my home often, but more often since I'm closer to them from Bangalore. And the role about my father is his company World Vision India is an NGO. So they're primarily funded by US, and also they take CSR funds from the local MNCs and other companies in India. So my father is associated with the Slum Clearance Board. So as you can see, after 2015 floods, a lot of houses were damaged or the settlements were damaged, especially in the Kuam belt area. So people had to be vacated from there, and they'll be put into temporary shelters near Anna University and all. So for them, rehabilitation was given from the government. Government gave the building, but on a cultural level or on a personal level, World Vision went to the grassroots to provide for them. For example, if it's going to be books, notes for the students, sanitary pad for teenage girls and women, and also clothing for old people, medicines and everything they provided during the floods. And after that, people were completely shifted from their primary location. So it's going to be a cultural shock for them. So Perumbakam was a new location for them, and they are in high-raised buildings. So my father's company collaborated with local government schools and arranged admissions for them. They also helped government schools to install smart board so that the students are able to learn in a new manner. And these are the steps what World Vision is taking. And looking forward, yes, they are planning to take CSR activities more. For example, companies like Coke and Pepsi in India, or Indian-based companies like Tech Mahindra, Tata Steel, are working closely with World Vision for upliftment of these people. So now the people have been moved and they are undergoing a transition phase. Now next, World Vision helping them in skill management. So they're also teaching teenage girls and women to start their career by tailoring, and boys who are skilled, they are helping them to learn new technologies like front end, back end. Those who are interested in the IT sector, and those who want to continue in school or sports, in all aspects, World Vision is helping them. So this is on a whole about World Vision and how it is started and how my father got into this project and how it is going forward and how it will go in the future. So to say about my mother, yes, she's working as a head nurse in SRM hospital, and yes, there were times when she had to take night shifts. And at that time, one plus thing about my father, he took the responsibility of the family to look after myself and my brother, to cook food, drop us from the school bus, pick up, and look after us. And if we need any assistance in terms of money or anything in homeworks and anything, he was there for us when my mother was doing her duty in SRM hospital. And to briefly say about the time with my family, if I'm away from them in Bangalore or Hyderabad when I was working, I used to call them on a daily basis to just to know how things are going back at home, and I just interact with my brother in the same manner. How is his college going, and how is his activities, daily activities are going? If he's going to gym, running like me, and apart from that also, on when I am here with my family, I help them in cooking. I help my family, so that is a time which we spend together. And apart from that, we also go out for eating, and also we visit malls, beaches, and etc. So these are the things how I spend time with my family when I'm here or if I'm away from them. And in terms of responsibilities or plans which my family is having for me is, my family is very supportive for me in helping me, and they always support me to, yes, you can take a career in defense, and they always give a go ahead for that. And apart from that, yes, they're also helping my brother that he is currently in his final year of BTech in aircraft maintenance engineering, and he is in the final stage of selection for Indigo as a junior tech engineer. So his results are awaited. So he is also pretty clear cut in his career. And apart from that, other responsibilities which I take in my family is, if we have any big decision to take, if we are going to buy a land, or if we are going to buy a new house, or we are trying to change our car, or we are trying to upgrade our car, some big repair work, or anything where there is a certain amount of involvement of finance, or there is a big decision needs to be taken, that every member of the family is going to be some kind of the way affected, or they need to contribute in some way. So these kind of decisions, I help my family, and I give my ideas or suggestions, or I break down the challenge in front of us in a small manner, so that we are able to overcome the challenge and grow as a family. Sir.
So you know the financial conditions of the family, how do they manage, and
Yes,
what
sir.
kind of a contribution also makes the financial status to go from your side?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned before, yes, as I provide my family 20,000 rupees. And apart from that, we have other plans of shifting from a current house to a new house. So we are in discussion with the person in which we are buying the house, or the company which we are buying. What are the prospects? What is the loan amount? What is the interest? How much we need to pay? And we also do a good brainstorming family session when we are having lunch or dinner. That since we are shifting our house, there is going to be a cultural shift. We are going to a new society, new people, and everything. So how change we are going to adapt? What are the ways we can save money in this big change, like taking smart decisions, not to falling for the business traps of the companies.
Okay. So what is your intake in the event that if this is a chance given to you, which location do you prefer for the new location for your house?
Sir, we would prefer the same location only, sir, in Kudwanjere itself, because that is close to my mother's hospital, because that is prime requirement which we see. And since my father is a little flexy in moving to office, he visits office only weekly once in Purushavakkam, and maybe once or twice to Perumbakam. Rest of the day he works from home and coordinates with the subordinates.
So still you are oriented with Kudwanjere. But then where is a cultural change then it is going to take place? From place where you stay to the place where you are again relocating. How is the cultural change you brought out?
Yes, sir. The house in which we live is a small flat only. There's hardly 4 to 5 families, and there is some vacancy in the house, in the apartment. So the apartment which we are planning to move in is a big society where there is proper facilities and everything, a proper gated community.
Which is that society?
We are looking at Primos, sir. It is from Ruby Builders.
So how big is it?
Sir, it is close to 100 to 150 acres, sir.
No. How big is the flat that you're looking for? Or an independent villa or something like that?
No, sir. This will be a 15-story flat, sir.
No. 15 square foot that your take.
Yes, sir.
3
So-
BHK, 2 BHK, 4 BHK, 4.5, 5 BHK. Which is your take?
Sir, we are planning to take 3 BHK only, sir.
So what is the total square feet that you're looking for?
Sir, the total square feet will be 950 to 1000. So including the balcony, sir.
And the current one that you're living in?
Sir, we are currently in 850 square feet, sir.
So just about 100 square feet will give you that cultural expansion
Sir,
of the society.
the society will give a cultural expansion, sir.
How do you say? It's
Sir, the society which we are planning to move in is under construction only. So, first of all, for my mother and father, if they're going to be retired, it will be a safe haven for them. So, they don't need to move out here and there for
So
anything.
in a way, which floor that you're looking for, by the way?
Sir, that is still under discussion only. We are still in discussion with the builders. So, price negotiation, everything is going on. So, whichever is, in terms of money, it is good for us. We will take the floor. We are not anything specific that we need to be in such specific floors, sir.
So how many car parkings?
There will be one car parking only, sir.
Why only one?
Sir, it is from the builder side. If you want additional car parking, we have to pay extra, sir.
So don't you think that having additional car parking will be definitely of some use to you?
Sir, I wouldn't think like that, sir, because instead of buying a new car, we can replace the car, is what I'm thinking.
That's at the moment your parents are doing it because you are two sons to your parents.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
one of you may stay or one of you may have another car also.
Got it, sir.
So then better to go for a 2-car parking than to have one.
Sir, I think we might have a discussion about that, but we have zeroed down to one car parking itself, sir.
How much is the per car parking the cost would be?
Sir, it is 1.5 lakhs, sir.
So that's affordable. Once in a lifetime investment.
Yes, sir, but we feel that one car parking is quite enough for us.
So that's your content with about 1.5 a bit.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, good. So Darren, now tell me about your friends.
Yes, sir.
Who are your close friends? From the time you have been there in the school and the time that you are presently placed in Bangalore, both boys and girls, how do you find the closeness among the friends? What are things you care and share when you are there in the company of friends? And what are things you really do when you are there in the company? Who plans the things? What kind of activity that you do generally together when you are there in the midst of friends? And who takes the initiative of planning certain things? And if so, what kind of regular such gatherings that you plan? How often you do plan? And which keeps you really motivated and the kind of energy that requires for you to go through.
Yes, sir. Sir, from my time in school to now, I had a lot of friends, but 4 friends are my best friends. So it will be Dhanush, Ashkant, and Ankit Sharma and Ayappan. So these 4 are my best friends, sir. So the time spent with my best friends is we engage in activities like swimming, running. If I'm here, we also go out for eating or go for a movie. And yes, it is a combined planning only, sir. So, for example, if I'm listing out the places one day where we are going to visit, the other friend will be listing out what order we can visit or what is the priority of list we are going to do. So, it is going to be an equal sharing only. So, if it's going to be, if I'm going out with a couple of other friends from my neighborhood who I have spent time from my time in Gudvanjari, yes, we also include them also. But majority of the planning, we do it among ourselves itself, sir.
So what is the financial outlay in that case?
Sir, the spending, yes, it depends upon what kind of activity we are going. If it's going to be for a movie, then we keep a budget of maybe 1,000 to 2,000, including for tickets and food, and that will be the budget, sir.
That you share it or someone sponsors?
It is shared, sir. It's completely shared.
All share.
Yes, sir.
Because all are not that well earning, right? You are just in the process of
Yes, sir.
establishing. Right?
Yes, sir.
So how often you meet? You did not tell me that.
Sir, I usually come to Chennai twice a month. So whenever I come to Chennai, I meet my friends.
So you came here for this purpose or any other purpose?
Sir, right now, yes, I came for the mock interview as a prime purpose. And apart from that, just to spend time with my family and also spend time with my friends. Sir.
Okay, how many days you are off from your work?
Sir, I am off for this only one day, sir. Yes, sir.
Only one day?
Yes, sir.
Rest of the days?
Sir, Saturday, Sunday is week off and I work till Friday, sir.
So you need to catch up your return
Yes, sir.
tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So Darren, now tell me, as far as the various activities you do on a daily basis to prepare yourself for the aspirations of your career, How do you start the day and end the day? Both on a working day and on a day when you are totally off. In
Yes,
that,
sir.
what are the various activities you do to keep yourself physically fit and mentally also equally learning a lot of things by going through. If you visit websites, which of the sites that you visit, so as to gain the knowledge required for you to go through the process in a smooth manner. How you make your time management going through with your schedule of work to keep yourself physically fit? Do you feel that there is a need for you to really dedicate some amount of time? And if so, how did you manage your time? And what are the things besides you do on your returning back from your work? So when you have to prepare for the next day, with this kind of an activities in your back of your mind, is there any clash? How do you overcome that? Did you feel that anywhere that you are still having time more than what you require, or you are just finding the time just tight, jam-packed way, whichever way? How do you feel it? Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, to start my day with, I pre-plan my day the night before itself. I have a to-do list. I just make a list of the things which I'm going to do the next day, and I keep it pretty streamlined. So I just add only list which I'm 100% sure I'm going to get it done, or if it's doubtful for me, or if I feel that this can be overlapped, or it is not of that priority, I don't add it. So which is priority or which I can do it, only I add those things. And my day kicks off at 5:30 in the morning. So I wake up, I do a quick freshen up, and if it's going to be a gym day for me, I go hit the gym, or if it's a run day, I hit running. And depends on my session, I go do a long run and a short run. And post my run around 7:30 or gym, 7:30 I reach home, reach my room, my PG. I freshen up again, take a bath, and I have my breakfast. And post my breakfast, I sit and study. I have ample amount of time, quite time from 9 till 10:30. I have ample time. So at that time, I study. And at the same time, I use various websites, starting from Vision IAS for my detailed current affairs. When it's come to YouTube, I refer to first post for the news and current affairs and current happenings in a more short note manner. And post that, I go for my work. My work timings are from 11 to 8, and I do 2 days work from office. The rest days can be work from anywhere. So 11 to 8, post that, when I'm returning from office, I come by walking only. So at that time, I do my purchases, which is needed for the next day. For example, I'm buying a couple of fruits, or I'm buying any stationeries, I plan and do it. And once reaching after work, I freshen up again. I have my dinner. Post dinner, I'll have a quick call with my parents to just check how their day was, or if things are just going fine, or I share my experience, how my day went. And once this is done, again 9 p.m. I sit again, study till 10:30. I keep my cycles rotating, GS and GK and maths, for that I'm able to keep myself prepared for the upcoming exams, AFCAT and Coast Guard. And after that, I do spend 15 minutes of my time for my next day planning. And during the course of the day also, early in the morning slot, I do my Bible reading on a spiritual aspect. I read my book in the morning itself. So once these things are done, the next day plan happens the night before. And whatever task I'm doing, I add it in that. And yes, sometimes workload increases because we have clients from US and UK. We are working in different time zones, so sometimes a meeting gets extended. So at that time, I give priority to where I am needed the most. So if it's work at that moment, I prioritize that, since because there is a responsibility given for me at work, I need to take up and complete that. And I have confidence in myself. For example, if I'm going to skip a study session today, I have confidence that I can cover it up tomorrow. I can squeeze it in the weekend, or I can cover it up tomorrow. So this is how my week looks from Monday to Friday, pretty packed to be honest. And in weekends, the wake up time changes a little bit. On Saturday, it is same 5:30, but the running and gym is replaced with swimming. And post that, I have my breakfast, I freshen up, I do a little bit of study as just like a revision of the entire week. I attend my mock test in the Saturdays. And around midday, I have my lunch. Then I go out, I spend time with my friends in Bangalore, who are my school friends or people who are working in Bangalore. Or if my friends are not available, I spend time alone. I go for shopping, I visit places in Bangalore, I try some new food, I roam around the city. I just purchase things which are needed for my upcoming days if I'm purchasing any clothes or something. And in the evening, I spend time post 7. I spend time and watching movies or series, and just a quick plan before the next day. And I call my parents and I close my day. The Sunday looks very similar to Saturday, but the morning 8 to 10 is for church, so I go to the church every Sunday. And the rest of the time, it is there is no study involved in Sundays. So Sundays, I keep it a little bit free. So there is maybe 1 or 2 movies in the day, maybe 1 or 2 episodes of a series, and also I spend time going out, eating or purchasing, shopping, and roaming in the city. So.
Okay, what are the most challenges that you faced so far? You can name one of the challenge which you find it really tough for you to go through that, but you came out eventually successful. What is the most
Yes,
kind of a stretch that which you have to really put in your best effort?
Yes, sir. The challenge which I faced was early of this year. There were in my previous company there were couple of layoffs going on, and myself, including a couple of colleagues, we were given notification that layoff might happen. So please look for other opportunities or something. At that moment, yes, it was challenging for me because being supportive to my family or being looking after myself, that decision from my company was I felt little bad because I didn't expect that happen to a fresher who has just joined this job not even 2 years. So the way I overcome that challenge is first I list down what are the strengths I've learned in the company, what are the skills I've learned. Then I explored opportunity within the same sphere, and I took time while I'm studying to learn a little bit of Excel automations, macros, a little bit of insight into Power BI, just how the display works or how the automation file runs in Power BI. And I started applying to companies, and I also applied through referrals also, because that is a fast mean and we can get through the interview. And for the interview, I prepared well. I gave the interview in a good manner. I answered all the required questions, and I cleared all the round, and I got my offer letter. So this happened where before my old company relieving me, I had my new company's offer letter. So that is one of a midlife challenge, I would say, which I have overcome. So I am pretty proud of that. So.
Okay, fine. Now with the SSB that you have come as close to the way that you have made it, as per your own analysis and the kind of feedback that you could really do it on your own, which are those 3 close such things that you could have really thought you had just come as close as to the point of selection, or what exactly went wrong at that point of time? Briefly.
Yes, sir. Throughout my SSB attempts, the things which I learned, I would say, like I started to see SSB as a in my earlier days, I used to see it as a competition. So I always was under the notion that we need to perform, we need to do this good, that good. But later, after time, I developed a sense of acceptance that we are going to perform the SSB for what we have been doing with things before the SSB. So that is why I kept my routine streamlined, or I kept my day or my week involved in physical and mental activities, both for education purposes and also the physical fitness purpose. So these are the things which I have improved in my overall attempts. And things where, yes, couple of attempts were pretty close this year. There was one in Jalandhar. There was a good number of waiting time was around 15 minutes, and inside the conference was around 10 minutes. It was like a mini interview there. I felt that I could have answered a couple of questions better or portrayed myself better, then things could have gone in a different manner is what I felt.
Anything else too close to the Jalandhar's way of grilling you in the conference?
No, sir. I would say Jalandhar only. Even after Jalandhar also, I started seeing SSB as I should not go with the previous notion that I went too close so that I'll go close again. So I started every SSB as a new attempt, new fresh, so that I'm going with the open mind and I'm able to perform it, sir.
Okay, why did you choose Army to be the choice for the first career?
Yes, sir. Sir, to be honest, it's not Army that's the first career, it's aviation that's the first career, or flying to be the first career. So that is why most of, if you see my SSB attempts, it is mostly aligned to flying, or it is mostly aligned to the aviation sector itself. So that is why I prefer aviation first, and that is the reason why I took aerospace in my graduation. And I have my seniors who are currently in the Army, who are in the Army Aviation Corps. So they are a great inspiration for me. See my seniors in khaki and CC uniform to olive green in the Army. That's a great sense of pride to see them from the college, seniors, college students to a gentleman cadet and then to an officer. So that transition I've seen, and that is the reason why I want to keep Army as first. and also aviation as a primary priority for me.
Since you wanted to be the choice that you interested in is aviation,
Yes, sir.
and then you also not very averse to joining even that army or anything.
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell me, in the aviation, aerospace, some of those leading companies were making the drones
Yes, sir.
at par with the standards which are there designed, and they're
Yes, sir.
still improving. Name few of those companies who are interested in this drone technology.
Yes, sir. The first one will be Idea Foods. It is an Indian startup company which is closely working to make border surveillance drones. It is working already signed deals with BSF and SSB for border surveillance around Rajasthan and Nepal side. And apart from that, Adani Group is also working towards drone manufacturing. And we are also, same Adani Group is also working for loitering ammunition drones. So these are killer drones which can do surveillance and also attacks.
What about some of those companies working with defense? Any area?
Sir, these are two Indian companies. And
Even I'm talking about Indian company.
yes, sir. At the moment, I'm not able to grasp the names of those companies.
Do you know any idea about some underwater drones also being developed?
Sir, not at the moment, sir. But I can check and get back to you, sir.
So if there is a case, if the drone technology has to go through that underwater subsurface,
Yes, sir.
what kind of a mechanism that is required from the point of aerospace?
Sir, on the point of aerospace, yes, there are a lot of principles same. First of all, if a drone is flying on the air, the fluid is going to be air. And the same control surfaces, the shape, aerodynamics, drag is going to be same involved in the hydrosphere also in the water. But the
That is on the
nomenclature.
surface. I'm talking about the subsurface.
Yes, sir. The nomenclature changes because there is going to be a drag which is induced by water fluid. So to design a drone, it will be very similar, but the engine motor will be different because we cannot use turbofan or turbojet engines like other drones we use. We need to use a propeller-driven, something which is very similar to a submarine, sir.
So what is the submarine technology is all about? How do they maintain the water pressure and also to sustain the depth and to maintain the depth level with regard to the top surface?
Yes, sir. Sir, a submarine, there are three main depths. First one is surface depth, and then there is periscope depth, which is 9 meters. And then we have diving depth, which can be, depends upon the submarine from 100 to 300 meters. And a submarine to work, there are very basic principle of buoyancy. There are ballast tanks. So when the tanks are filled with water, the submarine dives. And we use air pressure to pump that water outside, the submarine floats, sir.
So if you see that there are submarines which are designed as per you up to 300 meters depth.
Yes, sir.
And there are submarines which can go even beyond that
Yes, sir.
depth. Okay, so what is the maximum depth by which a submarine is capable of maintaining underwater? Maximum depth.
Yes, sir. Sir, that is completely a top secret because generally the manufacturers and the defense agencies don't reveal that. But if it's going to be a double hull submarine like a Typhoon class from Russian Navy, it can go to, beyond 300 or 400 meters, sir.
So which is that country has got the best of the submarines which can sustain 1000 meters?
Sir, I can comment upon the submarine which is best, but answering to your question of 1000 meters, I have to check the stats again, sir. I can check and get back to you, sir.
Okay, what is the submarine escape drill, if you have any idea about it?
Sir, there are two kinds of escape drills in the submarine, one from the conning tower and one from the torpedo tube. So it depends upon the situation. The sailor or the officers who is inside, they wear an escape tube costume and they levelize the pressure outside and inside and they crawl towards the submarine torpedo tube or they climb the conning tower and they pull their vest so that the vest gets inflated and they go up, sir, and they float in the surface.
So if they have to remain underwater, let us say more than 100 meters depth,
Yes, sir.
and if they have to do an escape, what is the procedure if you are aware of it?
Sir, I wouldn't know the exact procedure for 100-meter depth, but as a SOP, standard operating procedure, will be to keep the submarine in a stable manner and ensure that all sailors and troops are clothed in the escape tube dress, and everybody is lined up properly and the pressure valves and everything are checked so that the pressure is same inside and outside. And they are able to comfortably crawl out of the torpedo tube or climb the conning tower and escape the same manner.
You know, in the year 1971,
Yes,
one
sir.
of the submarine came as close to Vizag.
Yes, sir.
And anything outcome of it?
Sir, it was PNS Ghazi. It was downed by Indian Navy, sir.
So what exactly you are aware of that particular incident? Anything now? Just briefly.
Yes, sir. Sir, PNS Ghazi was sent as a primary task force from the Pakistan Navy to attack INS Vikrant, which was creating a blockade in the erstwhile East Pakistan ports. So their prime target was that, but it was intercepted by the Indian intelligence, and the Navy was able to pull off an operation and neutralize the threat, sir.
So where was it finally sunk?
Sir, it is sunk in the shores of Visakhapatnam, sir.
So when Vikrant was somewhere else, why
Yes, sir.
they came all the way to Vizag?
Sir, they were not able to track Vikrant properly because our intelligence was pretty tight. But Vikrant was docked in Visakhapatnam. That is the reason which they came to that coast, sir, towards Bay of Bengal.
Okay, so how long were they making this mission before the 71 war erupted?
Sir, I do not know the exact details about the mission. I hope it should be classified. But I can check the details and I can get back
You know
to you,
what submarine can speed match up to. So working backwards, if at all they are there.
sir. Yes, sir.
So if to match to that, let us say 400 miles they had to transit. What could be the speed and the distance they had to cover so as to make it on the D-Day?
Sir, they will be planning their journey in such a manner, including stops, because at that time they were using diesel electric submarines. So they need to plan their journey in a manner depending upon the charge which the battery can hold or how long the battery can last. So they need to take frequent breaks in between so that they are able to run their diesel engines, charge their batteries, and dive in again without noticing the enemy, sir.
Okay, which are the major ports on the east as well as west coast of India?
Yes, sir. Towards the east, we have from down, if I were to say, we have Tuticorin Port, then we have Chennai Kamarajar Port, then we have Enroll Port, then we have Visakhapatnam Port, then we have Paradip, then we have Halda Port, Diamond Harbour in Calcutta, and towards the west, from south, we have Trivandrum Port, and we also have,
Trivandrum Port
yes, sir, Virinjam Port, which is currently under construction, sir.
is a major port.
Not at the moment, sir, but it is under construction, sir.
So I asked you only major ports.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir. We have Kochi Port and we have New Mangalore Port. Then we have JNPT. We have Mumbai Port. Then we have Kandla Port in Gujarat, sir.
Gujarat, there's some more. Gujarat has got major ports.
Sir, I am not able to recollect. I can check and get back to you, sir.
Okay, so which are the areas we have the land demarcated on the maritime boundary between our neighbors and which are still yet to be demarcated? Which are those areas?
Sir, sir, could you repeat your question, sir? I couldn't
The
get it.
boundary
Yes,
on
sir.
the maritime
Yes,
boundary,
sir. Yes, sir.
the land divisions
Yes,
are
sir.
extending to the sea,
Yes, sir.
well demarcated between our neighbors, and some are still yet to be done that clear demarcation. Which are
Yes, sir.
those?
To be the say the places which are not clearly demarcated, we can take example of Sundarbans. Because of tides inflow and outflow, it is not yet clearly demarcated. So that is why jointly Bangladesh Coast Guard and Indian Coast Guard work there in terms to neutralize the threat of smuggling and activities. And the same happens in towards the west also in Gujarat. I am not able to recollect the exact name of the place, but same it is not because of the same tidal reasons. The place is not yet demarcated properly, sir. And the place where it is pretty well demarcated, it will be between India and Sri Lanka. The demarcation in between is pretty solid, sir.
Are you sure on the east side still not been demarcated properly? Are you sure?
Sir, I'm not 100% sure on it, but to get the recent updated stats, I can check and get back to you, sir.
Is it only due to the tides or any other reasons?
Sir, not only the tides and also of the terrain, because of it is being of an outflow of a river location. So we have a lot of mangrove trees and shallow water. So where our bigger vessels cannot go in that, sir.
Which of those maritime sanctuary you find on the coast?
Sir, first one is Sundarbans, and second we also have one in Pondicherry. I'm not able to get the exact name of it. There is one near Pondicherry and Velankani. I can check and get back to you on the same names. And similar things we also no, sir. These two are the things which I can recollect right now, sir.
Okay. Since you are interested in swimming also,
Yes, sir.
which style that you adopt while you do the swimming?
Sir, I generally start with basic freestyle itself, and I also do backward freestyle, and I also do swim where we swim inside like a frog, sir. Frog style also.
Frog. So did you ever try swimming with only hands or alternate hand and legs that way? That's right.
Yes, sir. I've tried swimming, simulating that my hands are tied back. I've tried, sir.
You tried.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to swim with all your hands and legs out of order?
Sir, it is just a simulated version. I kept my hands behind. Yes, I was able to swim with only with my legs, sir.
Okay. So in the event if you feel that you have got to take a sea swimming,
Yes, sir.
okay, assuming that if you are going through an expedition in an NCC,
Yes, sir.
okay, when you are on voyage,
Yes, sir.
let's say from Pondicherry back to Chennai,
Yes, sir.
okay, on the coastal voyage,
Yes, sir.
en route, the boat has developed underwater hole. And as a result, water ingress was so much
Yes, sir.
that you have only choice of abandoning with your life jackets on.
Yes, sir.
So you pass a message
Yes, sir.
that you are with 10 cadets around
Yes,
on
sir.
an expedition by a whaler, and the whaler is about to sink. That
Yes,
you
sir.
have got life jackets on.
Yes,
you are
sir.
the leader of the team.
Yes,
what
sir.
all actions you do?
Sir, first of all, I will secure all the life jackets. I'll see if everybody is wearing it properly. And I will also give them a short 30 seconds drill of how to jump inside the water and how to secure the life jacket, pull the vest so that it gets inflated. And I also give them the instructions to keep their lights on, IR devices on, and also blow their whistles whenever it's required. And since abandoning the ship is the only option which is given by in the statement, I will ensure that all my troops are jumped and they are maintaining a close formation only. And I'll also jump inside the water and ensure that blowing whistles and using illuminated light devices, I will try to recircle the group. And by slowly from that, we can use the IR devices to signal SOS to nearby vessels, either merchant navy vessels or regular navy or coast guard vessels, which will be helping to help us in this situation, sir.
How do you stay together?
Sir, since we are wearing inflated jacket and yes, the water is little stormy, we can hold hands and stay together, sir.
So it's a better way other than holding hands. Can you remain holding hands for long?
Sir, we can also extend our shoulders and hold others' best so that we are able to form a close formation so that in spite of the water being a little turbulent, we will be able to manage for some time so that when the sea gets a little normal, we are able to reach
Is there
out.
anything better way of staying together?
Sir, there is one more way which we can try. Before jumping from the ship itself, we can tie ropes connecting each.
That's what I was asking.
Yes,
So
sir.
that should have been the primary drill for you.
Yes, sir.
You all 10 have to abandon.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you are the leader.
Yes, sir.
You tie the rope,
Yes, sir. I got the idea now, sir. Yes.
tied up together. Whichever formation that you'd like to maintain, whichever way, no
Yes, sir.
problem. Suddenly you see one of the person is complaining that his legs are being beaten up. Bites.
Bite. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's finding some kind of a problem.
Yes, sir.
Something special for you only. The rest
Okay.
of them are quite okay. Only one.
Got it, sir. Sir, at that moment, I would tell my cadet that kindly focus on what is the bigger thing. We have to escape from this water. I would insist if it's going to be a fish or any small marine creature, I would insist him to kick him off so that we are able to staying together, sir.
Why don't you tell him to show his leg so as to see a better version of what is happening?
Sir, we have a bigger task on that moment to escape from the turbulence. So I think fish and maritime objects are already, it's going to be there. So I would just say keep it trivial, kick it off.
So he can sacrifice his leg for a while, right?
Not sacrifice it, but he can just kick it off, sir. I trust my co-cadet, he can kick it off and the problem will get solved.
Okay, when suddenly the rescue ship comes,
Yes,
all
sir.
of you are picked up. And so is the case of the friend who is being picked up.
Yes, sir.
He has lost his up to ankle.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Sir, if that's the case, first I will help him to get tourniquet. We will tie it up with the bandage, and we'll also give morphines or any anesthetic injections as instructed by the ship medical officer, so that we are able to reduce the pain for him.
he blames you for not attending to him immediately.
Sir, I genuinely understand his pain, but as a greater cause, we have to stick together so that everybody can survive, sir.
Okay, so what are the best moments in your life and equally such moments that you do not recollect from?
Yes, sir. So my strengths, I would say I'm an enthusiastic person. I like to keep my things organized. I can gel and work with the group and get to a common outcome. And I have a solid time management also. And the area where I would rather improve upon will be where throughout my SSB, including my SSB's attempts also, where I lose I keep a sense of urgency in doing things. So I am working towards that, and that is my weakness.
Okay. Darren, so far you've been answering all my questions.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that you'd like to ask me?
Sir, not at the moment, sir. Everything is fine, sir.
Fine. Thank you very much, Darren. You may go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Jain, sir.
Please.